And after a few weeks, I couldn't sleep. I was just talking. Because when I asked him how we are going to name the baby, what am I going to wear? Even he told me what I'm wearing at that moment, I can use it for the naming ceremony. So that got me thinking. I started talking and saying all the things that had happened in the marriage, and I couldn't sleep. I couldn't do anything.
That was how Ekuya's battle with depression started after her first delivery. Just like any new mother, Ekuya was expected to bond with her baby, but that did not happen.
Where we were locked, I could even go to toilet over there without realizing that that's not the right place to even go. I was seeing people as my relatives, like the teachers who taught me at training college. I will be mentioning some of the nurses' names by those teachers. I was there for about 3 weeks before I was discharged. They explained that it was because of the childbirth that the depression came. At that time, I didn't know I had a baby or something like that. But when my mother comes, she used to come with the baby.
Ekuya was subsequently admitted at a psychiatric hospital and was diagnosed with postpartum depression. Ekuya's mother had to step in to care for both baby and mother.
They do the way Ekuya yellow. Now me see Debbie. If they do an adjono start kasa obe kasa sa no start so oka de brano e de yellow.
I was so worried seeing my daughter in that state. In the night, she would talk to herself, sometimes about the bad things her husband did to her during the pregnancy. We were advised by a friend to take her to the psychiatric hospital. For 3 weeks while she was on admission, I was the one taking care of the baby.
But in Africa, there is scarcity of data on women living with the condition. While postpartum depression is a major health issue for many women from diverse cultures, this condition often remains undiagnosed. According to health experts, there is no established cause of postpartum depression. Dr. Erica Dixon is clinical psychologist at the 37 Military Hospital.
It is a serious problem because it affects not just the individual who is feeling unwell, but a newborn baby. So when this woman is feeling unhappy, has very low mood, has lost interest, does not want to see their baby. Most women, especially first-time mothers, are excited that they are going to have a baby, they're shopping for the baby and all of that. But this woman is unwell and has no interest whatsoever. And sometimes they get very anxious and jittery around their babies. They are afraid they will hurt the babies. So they don't want to touch them at all. So for most mental health disorders, there's not one single cause. And for mental health disorders in general, there are lots like that. And so it is for postpartum or peripartum depression. The hormonal changes that goes on in the individual, especially if this person has a family history, a predisposition.
In Ghana, as it is with other forms of mental health conditions, some families resort to prayer camps for healing for their loved ones.
We took her to a prayer camp. I used to cry those days because of the state my daughter was in. She was so aggressive and restless during that period, so she had to be changed.
For Ekuya, her time at the prayer camp was the most traumatizing moment of her life.
I thought I didn't belong there, so I had to go. Anytime I get a chance, I'll just walk and then start going. And they will start looking for me and then bringing me back. So it got to a point they had to put handcuffs on my legs. It was painful time. It's like you are lost.
According to Dr. Dixon, this condition could reoccur with subsequent pregnancies. Therefore, therapy and support from the family is very crucial in the recovery of women living with the condition.
It is a risk factor because you have had it once. We know that you have the predisposition. And therefore, a little more attention would have to be given you to ensure that the milieu within which you are progressing in your pregnancy is more supportive, is less stressful, so that you are not pushed over the edge.
She also believes more awareness would help women suffering from the condition seek early attention.
There's still a whole lot that can be done. Our midwives hold pregnancy schools in the various departments, and this could be one of the topics that is infused in there. In our own facility, we started something like that, and we hope to up our game in educating on these things. So it is just that the women haven't been given the opportunity, but a lot of them have experienced it, and therefore I am sure that when the education goes out, they'll be able to identify with it.
But until that is done, women suffering from postpartum depression will continue wallowing in abject pain and misery. Beryl Ernestina Richter's report for Joy News.